Well, welcome to another edition of the Grantley Show. My name's Grantley. It's good to have your company today. Thank you so much for stopping by this way. For all the people that are on the social network platforms, Facebook, or should I say Facebook, and Instagram and YouTube, thank you for joining us. Do share the link with your friends. My guest on the program today has shared the stage with people like Kurt Franklin and so many others. They have been around for 20 plus years, believe it or not. And I discovered them one morning when I was doing some research online. And I saw that they did a version of Fantasy. I think it was Cool in the Game that did the original. Anyway, dig deeper and I came across their latest single, which is called God, That's God, La La La. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about a group that hails from Miami in Florida, the one and only Sincere. Hi guys, how you
Hey,
doing?
everybody.
So we have, I believe there's 10 members of the group, right, James? Is that right? Is there 10 members?
Eight.
8 members of the group. I beg your pardon. We have 4 of you right now. We have James, we have Levi, we have Brian, and we have Darryl. Welcome to the Grantley Show, guys. How are you?
Thank you so much
Great. Thank
for
you for
having
having
us.
us.
It's good to
Thank you.
see. It's good to see
Thank you
you
for
all.
having us.
So I'm gonna start off by asking some basic questions. And the question that I got asked by one of my radio show listeners is the name of the group Sincere is a little bit ambiguous to a few people, and they wanted to know, how did the name Sincere come about? Who wants to give the answer?
Well, the name came about when I actually in 2000, I think in 2003, the end of 2003, we had a little event that we were playing at for the first time, and we didn't have a name, and so God had been dealing with me about that name all that week, and I just threw it out there. But we changed the spelling on it because we wanted to take the I out of sin.
Yeah.
So we just changed the spelling on it. It was just we was a bit extra deep back then. I don't know if I would have actually did that now, but that actually worked the best for us because of search engines. Sincere is a common word, so when it comes to searching the name sincere or that word, it's a whole lot of other stuff that will pop up if you didn't spell it different. So as long as people know the spelling, though, it goes straight to us. We're the only sincere in the world.
Absolutely the only Sincere. And any particular reason, James, why the name Sincere was chosen?
Because anybody ever, people that know me and know my production is my musical production and my writing style is very heartfelt. It comes from feeling because I didn't have any musical training. So my music is very, very emotional, very aggressive at times, very it can pull different emotions out of you. And that's what I base all of my production on. When it comes to putting music together and stuff, is how does it make you feel? And so that's that's pretty much why that name matches with whatever we're doing.
I understand. Now, you guys have been around for some time. Tell us how the group came together. How did you all attend the same schools? Are you related? Tell me about that.
Well, we're not related. At least by biologically, but we've known each other so long. People think we are like blood brothers and everything, and cousins and all of that.
Yeah.
But we're so tight uh, that we just let people think it. Some people be like, "Me and Brian are brothers." Some people have thought me and Some people have thought me and Darryl were brothers, and we just let them think it because those are my brothers, and we don't really try to deny being blood related because it's just like we are. We've been on the road with each other for probably more than 15 years. Levi, I've known
Absolutely.
him since he was probably late teens, early
Wow.
20s, or whatever. So, and he was out of us. He's the youngest in the group out of us,
Is that
and
right?
so he's
Levi. Levi doing
so
all the
Yeah,
driving. You're the
I'm
youngest,
the
Levi. Is that
baby.
right?
yeah, out of
I'm the
the
baby.
veterans. Yeah, out of
Le-
out of the veterans, he's young. He's younger than us. He's
Levi,
big.
would you mind sharing your age with us?
I don't mind. I turned 30. I turned 36 in June. I was born in '89. I'm the last of the Mohicans of the '80s babies.
The last of the Mohicans. Nice one. Levi, while,
yeah,
while we got you talking, Levi, tell us your role within the group.
So I want to say, I always say this in every interview. When I first came on, I came on not only as a member but as a fan of Sincere and a supporter of Sincere. Before I even joined the band, I loved all of these guys, but I loved their music. I had all the memorabilia. It's funny because all of the shirts that I had before I joined the group, they don't even wear them anymore. So I just wear them. I just wear them other places because I got all their shirts. I got all the CDs because back in the day you had you had real CDs, the
Real
new stuff.
CDs.
These young people is everything is digital,
Yeah.
but back in the day we had CDs. Everybody, hey, go before that we had cassettes and record players. But but joining the group, first of all, I didn't just join it for the music. I joined it for the brotherhood and just to be able to make amazing music with these guys, with my brothers, is tremendously an honor, and just to be a part
Yeah.
of the vision. It's amazing when you're part of something that's bigger than you. It gives you a lot of purpose. You can't slack because your brother's depending on you. You got people depending on you. You got people counting on you. So you have to always try to do your best to come through and do your best, be your best and do your best. And so we have a saying that says, if you're too big to follow, you're too little to lead. And in various areas of my life, I am leading. But in this case, James is our leader, and Brian and Darryl have kind of brung me along the way, and I thank God for those brothers, and just the opportunity to share and be with you all is just amazing.
Thank you so much. So, are you just a vocalist or do you play instruments as well?
I play instruments as well, but not in this particular band. And then also I deal with wardrobe as well.
Okay. Okay. And you guys with some really snazzy clothes, as we like to say, snazzy, pretty
Thank
flashy.
you, thank you,
Yeah, looking real good.
thank you.
Brian, when you came
Yes,
to the
sir.
band, Brian, did you have to do an audition?
I did.
Tell us about that
I,
day.
it's been so long ago,
Can you remember?
it was a long time ago.
Maybe James can help you out.
but I remember. I
All right.
remember. I was James was looking for a member of the band, a member for the band,
Uh
a
huh.
vocalist, and I remember I went to church and I was doing praise and worship,
You're gonna have to
and
turn your camera for me. Your camera's there you go. There you go. You're doing praise and
all
worship,
right,
right?
yeah, I was doing praise and worship, and after service. Remember whether it was after service or right before service. The music director came to me and asked me if I would be interested in being a part of a group or a band. And I said, okay. I mean, hey, I haven't done it in a while, so let's see where it goes. So he told me he knew James Wright, and he gave me his number. We set up a time, and I remember we met at the in the parking lot of, I believe it was a Boston Market on Hollywood Boulevard,
Yeah.
and we talked, and he gave me the vision that God had given him, and he let me hear the song that I like to call it the song that brought me on,
And what song
and
was that?
that was Got Jesus at the time.
Got Jesus.
Yeah, I got Jesus for life, and when I heard it,
It's out.
yeah, I kind of like my enthusiasm went through the roof, and I was like, oh yeah, even if I'm not in the group, I want to sing this song.
Yeah.
So from there, we had a rehearsal. Once I met with James, then we went and he invited me to the group's rehearsal, and that allowed me to also be auditioned by the other members and meet the other members at that time, which went well. Uh, I'd like to say that they liked me and enjoyed what they heard. So
Absolutely.
almost what 15, almost 20 years later, here I am, still in the group.
And doing very well indeed. Doing very well indeed. I've just switched around a little bit because we've lost one of we lost Levi, which is fine, no big deal. You know, he got to say a little bit anyway, and we know that he's traveling. We pray that he will get to his destination safely. Darryl,
Yes, sir.
my good brother, tell us about your experience, the early days joining the band.
Early days sincere. Oh my. What a story, man. When I tell you it was a big surprise, man. I was brought on by a member in the band who played sax, and he was like, "Man, come on. Let's go. This is my running partner, man." So it's like, it's just
A-
like whatever.
a-
You know what I'm
Actually, he
saying?
wasn't even a member yet. Tim brought all of them on.
He wasn't even there. So we sitting. So he meets us at my alma mater, Feltner University, and we're sitting in the car listening to "Got Jesus." That's not. It's a hit. It's
That's a
it's a
hit.
hit, Brian. It's a hit.
Absolutely, my
It
brother.
gets you in, Doc. It got me
Oh
in. It
yeah.
got me in the door. So a concert later, they said we're gonna try out the horn section. So of course we made it in. But that's neither here nor there. But almost 15, 15, 16 years later, I'm still kicking it, man. Still doing our thing, man. Loving.
Sounding good as well. Sounding good as well. James, tell us about the other members of the group that aren't on camera at the moment. So there's another four, right? Who are they?
Yeah, well, we got some babies now, because when you've been around this long, we've had even one of the founding members. He passed away.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Life changes when you've been around 23 years or so,
Yeah.
or 22 years, I think. So one of the founding members, who was one of my close friends, actually the guy that was sitting with us when we auditioned, Brian, it was at his house.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
sure
was
was.
sitting there. Yeah, he passed away last year, I think, or the year before. He was one of my closest friends, so shout out to his family and stuff like that. But yeah, the so with that being said, it's been a lot of changes. Uh, all of us haven't been around 20 years at the start of the group. So these guys, you got Trey, he plays keys for us. You have
Uh huh.
Brazen, he's extremely talented. That boy plays everything. So he sometimes is our drummer, sometimes is our organ player.
Right.
Uh, and then you have Chris Feltner, who is our drummer. um, Jaquan Hunter, who's the bass player. Then we have Joshua Bob, who plays horns with Darryl.
Okay.
Am I missing that? And then we have Nook. He's actually a new guy, a new
Yeah.
singer with us.
Yeah.
He's really talented.
He is.
Uh,
I started
yeah,
following him on Instagram this week.
yeah.
Awesome. Awesome singer.
Nook is really talented, but he's a new guy, so you ain't gonna see him on much interviews yet.
Not just yet. We got to get him ready.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got
So
to get him
so
ready.
is that the whole bunch?
Yeah, that's everybody.
All right, so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, like I said, I stumbled across you guys. I want to say stumbled, but I kind of believe that God had a hand in that, and instantly became your biggest UK fan.
Oh
Mm.
man, we
All right.
appreciate it.
Instantly, I
Great.
was like, anyway. So the song that captured me, right, was "Fantasy."
That's by Earth, Wind, and Fire, by the
Earth,
way.
Wind and Fire, Fantasy. You guys did a version that just blew my socks off. Right, blew my socks off. And the question is, why did you guys choose to cover that song? What was it about that song that made you say, you know what, let's put our own spin on that?
Well, I grew up on well, I'm a legend. On the makeup of the group is those guys are very talented, and when it comes to writing and all that, they're a part. But when it comes to shaping and molding where the group and what direction is going to go, uh, it's more so me and Gerald that kind of decides with the songs and how we do them, and then the guys help that vision come into play
Right,
in a major way. Because we know each other now, so I know things that Brian just won't sing, and I know things that Levi won't sing. I know things that they will sing, and I know what Darryl will play. I know that's a part of being a producer. So with that song, I knew that was the one Earth, Wind, and Fire song because I grew up on Earth, Wind, and Fire, and so did they. Um, I grew up on a lot of old great R&B groups and gospel groups. So I knew uh, that song was right up our alley per se, and especially because of a member we had at the time by the name of Ronnie. He sung a lot in his high register, and he is very comfortable singing in it. So that's one of that song um, is also a positive world class, song that everybody loves and is preaching positivity.
yeah, absolutely.
One of the things about God, I think you know, we have to basically almost pray in tongues in every song that you call a gospel song or inspirational song, and God doesn't have His hand on anything outside of that. It's not true. he spoke he spoke in the Bible about a lot of different ways to love, and that's what most people have to understand, that God didn't just talk about himself all day in the Bible every day. He told us how to get by in this world.
Yeah,
And he told us that certain feelings that we have and all that kind of stuff are normal and this and that. And so we got the Bible is the guide, so it's certain
yeah,
songs that are out there that come from that you can tell come from from uh, 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 from churchgoers, from people of the faith. But it's just about positivity. It's not so much a gospel song, and so some of those songs we cover because people love those songs. And with us even being a group, yeah, we've been out here a lot of years, but there's still people that don't know us. And so when we go into certain states
yeah,
and different things, we kind of break the ice, play some stuff they know, and then go into our
yeah,
music. You
yeah.
know.
And I think it's godly wisdom to choose some songs that some people know who don't attend church on a regular basis, just to kind of
Mhm.
like draw them in a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Fantasy can do that.
Amen.
Yeah, the
And
Bible said I will
yeah,
make you fishers of men.
exactly,
And
exactly.
if you know how to fish, the same bait don't catch every fish.
Yeah,
That's right.
you
Correct.
got to change your bait.
So
You got to
so
change your
right,
bait sometimes.
right. So that's why people, sometimes they be like, oh no, you don't have it. You're not gonna get somebody from listening to the baby and talking about, they finna listen to on time God. It's not gonna happen.
That's right.
you know so that child or that person requires a little something different for you to will him in. And And churches actually were innovative like that back in the days, man. I remember when I
Yeah.
was a kid, they had all kind of street parties and stuff to reach the kids and everything. That stuff is kind of them fell by the wayside a little bit, but I hope they start bringing it back.
Yeah, we need to do that. Some block jams. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yep.
And the great thing as well, James, you just reminded me that there were artists from back in the day that weren't, they weren't scared of testing of trying different things. The
Nah.
Hawkins, etc., etc. I believe that is that Levi trying to come back in. That's Levi trying to come back. Can you believe Levi's trying to come back in? Levi, give me a minute. Let me see if I can do something special over here. 1 second. I want to see if I can. I want to see if I can. I'm going to duplicate my brother over here just for a second.
Two is always better.
I'm giving away all my trade secrets now.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Uh oh.
Levi, you're
To
back.
serve this present age, my calling to fulfill. Man, all our powers engaged. I want to do my master's will.
It's good to see you back, Levi. It's good to see you back.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
All right, so look, here's the thing. We've been talking about a bunch of stuff to do with Sincere. And for the people that are here in the UK who haven't heard of you guys, I want you to understand this. The guys have been around for more than a minute. James, tell us, how many albums have you guys recorded? I'm going to let Levi tell me because it looks like James has frozen. So, Levi, how many albums
Yeah.
has Sincere recorded?
We're at three at this point, right?
3
Yeah,
albums?
we're working
Okay.
on. We recorded three already.
Working.
We're working on the fourth one
Right.
now.
Right.
Working
The
on the
fourth
fourth.
one, from what I've been led to believe, is quite special. And I think we should delve a little deep into why I say that. So there's a particular artist, a gospel artist, that you guys have chosen to work with, and he has chosen to work with you. His first initial is F, and his surname begins with H. Who am I talking about?
Yeah, you're talking
Fred
about Fred
Hammond.
Hammond.
Fred Hammond. James, how did you get the hookup, man? What's going on?
Big bro.
Well, Fred Hammond is we all know he's the GOAT, and he's like the uncle to every young gospel artist out there. He's definitely one of the greatest of all time to
Most
ever do it.
definitely.
Um, and I developed a relationship with him over the years online, actually. With him, he initially commented on Sincere's music back when Brian first got in the group. I think
Okay.
this had to be 2008 or something like that. And so he initially commented then. Then we recorded in 2016, we recorded Tis So Sweet,
Yeah. Which is a
uh,
commission song.
which is a commission song. And he rose up then and said something. But we had been talking every now and then back and forth.
Yeah.
And then he rose up again on we did Ordinary Just Won't Do at a pandemic party for the Stellas. It was filmed nationally. It was filmed. Everybody was watching it. It was
Yeah.
thousands of people on there. Um, I mean, he saw it then, and then when I started working on this album, I asked him to feature on it. Um, and he with no hesitation, he was like, "Yeah, you got it. I'm on it." And
I love
so,
Fred. I love Fred for that. He's
um,
that kind of a guy.
yeah, so we just started basically collaborating and getting that one song done, and he listened to everything we were doing, critiqued all of the songs, and because he's gonna be straight up.
Yeah, that's Fred.
Uh,
He's going to tell you exactly how it is. Exactly.
Right. He looked at the album covers, and some of them was passed through him. So his role started to be taken more seriously with this project than a normal, hey, I'm in, I'm out. And so um, we both agreed and decided to put his name at the top. It says Fred Hammond Presents, because he's literally heard the project before everybody. Um, before all the label, everybody, he heard what we were doing while it was in this building process, and he gave us critiques and different things like that. And so he came
Did
in,
he produce any of the
and now this
songs?
out, huh?
Did he produce any of the songs, James?
Oh, here's the thing with me. I produced all of them, but it was ran where he listened to them and kind of in critique. Yeah,
Yes.
but
So he did. So we
I
did have an
produced.
input of sorts. Yeah, he had an input of sorts.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. It was
Have you
pretty
heard?
cool.
Have you
So
heard his latest project that he did with Keith Staten and Marcus Cole?
yeah,
Have
I
you
love
heard?
it.
I love it
I
too.
love that song.
Absolutely.
I love that song especially.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the things. We talked about too. That record he was working on. We was conversing even when they were working, and
Yeah.
that album is pretty cool.
Now let's move on to the latest single. It's called "That's God La La La." First of all, who came up with the name and break down what the song is about?
Um, well, um, this song was written by me and Gerald. You've been talking to him. He's our manager. Um,
Okay, yeah, I know Joe.
but he's also a
Big shout to
songwriter.
Joe.
Yep. He's also a songwriter. Um,
Okay.
that's God. The idea. Um, of course, with me, I'm a producer. I come up with all the music and different things like that. But that's God idea. Uh, he said, I feel like. I think it's something I said. That's God, and he said, I feel like you know every bar should repeat that's God. So like the structuring of everything, he was just telling me what, because Joe has this weird thing where it's not weird, but it's a gift where
Yeah.
he knows what people want to listen to.
Yeah.
He's not a musician. And so a lot of times with us, it's like, yo, this is a fat chord. This is a dope song. This is that. He's listening from a standpoint and truly listens from that without even trying. It's not like he's trying to be like, hey, we got to get what people gonna catch or what. It's like it's just natural for him.
It's
Like he
just
just
natural. It's just
yeah. It's not
natural.
it's
I
not
can relate to
overkill.
that.
Like with me, I'm gonna say the cliche. I'm gonna say, hey, we got to do what people can repeat and this and that, and I know that, but sometimes that get cloudy of what that is when you're a musician like me.
Yeah.
With him, it's natural. He'll just listen to it and be like, oh no, we got to do it, and he doesn't say the words so people won't sing it. It's just the way he structures a song. You just after you hear, okay, this is what an average person would listen to.
Yeah.
And when I say average, I don't, I'm not meaning that in a
Yeah,
negative,
you're
but
not belittling,
but
but yeah, just like
a
the
non
everyday Joe
musician.
in the street.
So he said we should say that's God la la la. He gave me that, and I was like, oh, that's dope.
It's
And
different.
so yeah, so every time I'm because I'm what people don't know is I'm the one doing the radio campaign on it. And so when I'm dealing with that, yeah, that song is very easily picked out because there's like, oh, the La 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 song.
Yep. That's the one.
So
That's the one. The La 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 song. And
right,
I think you got the timing right. We are fast approaching. We're spring now. Fast approaching. Where the weather's going to start shining and getting hotter. So there's a lot of mileage left on the song. I
right,
think I think I think you can safely say that there's a good, you know, 8 to 12 weeks of the song still getting good mileage, good airplay.
Mm-hmm.
But when that time comes for it to sort of taper off, what's going to be the song that you're going to come with after That's God La La La? Is that when the
Well,
album hits the road and you start looking at the lead single?
the lead single is "That's God," La La La.
Okay, that's the lead
It's
single
on
for the
that
moment.
album. It's on that album. Um, we just, we did the old school way back in the days. You released the single first,
Yeah.
and you let that play off the album. Well, it's we have a couple different options on there. One thing we're looking at is we're debating if we're going to release this song with Molly Music. Molly Music is a feature on the album,
Okay.
so
That's
that's
my
in
boy.
talks. So yeah, so that may happen, but we don't know.
Marley's been doing a lot
Sometimes
of
it
collaborations
comes
recently.
at the bitter end,
Yeah, I
and
think
the
it would be a
very
good
end.
look. Marley's been doing some. He's been doing some collaborations. It could work well. I'd love to hear the song, and we can talk afterwards. But yeah,
Most definitely.
so tell us the title of the album. You've already said Fred Hammond
Presents
presents Sincere. Is it
and the
Worship Volume
title.
One?
The title of the album is a volume two to the first album. The first
Right.
album was the Soul of Future Worship Volume One, so it's the Soul of Future Worship Volume Two.
Excellent. How many
Mhm.
tracks?
10.
10 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Various styles.
9 songs is the intro. Makes 10
Nine. Yeah.
tracks.
Okay. So intro and then 9 songs. Give us a feel of
Mhm.
what we can expect.
Oh, this album, I'm being honest, this album was done over, because the last album we came out with was 2019.
Wow. Long time.
Um, yeah, so our albums are pretty much spread it out like that. 19, and then the one before that was in 15, and then the one before that was 2010 or 11.
Wow.
So it's kind of a 4 to 5 year span with us in how we release our albums.
So you take your
Um,
time and you build a good product.
oh yeah.
So
But this album
what's
is all over the place. It's in a good way because it's years. We worked on it through the pandemic, which we felt a certain way then, and then we worked on it now,
yeah.
which we're feeling a whole different way. And
Okay.
so this album is going to draw a bunch of different emotions out of people, and it's in a good way because it's still, I believe in uniformity, so it's still there.
One of the
It's
things that
still
I love
consistent.
about Sincere James is your versatility. So, you can get down funky, you can worship, get that urban worship going on.
Mm.
You can get real sort of traditional and gospel wise. So I know I've got a feeling that the album's going to reflect all of that. Would I be right in saying that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's
Okay.
very this album if we say um if we take away if we change the word all over the place, it would change to it's well rounded. It has a lot of different styles.
Okay.
And but it's all sincere. I
It's
sound
all
from
sincere.
and I have to
I
be
love that.
honest. I even still some of the guys that's not in the group, but they help to for the foundation of the sound. Which one of the guys his name is Terrell Terry.
Yeah.
Um, like I say, over 20 years, life changes. He hates the road. He don't want to go on the road. He don't want to do the same thing with the good brother that Darryl was talking about, Will. All of those guys are still on this album to maintain the sound.
Yeah.
So along with my sound with Sincere is not the sound of Sincere without those guys. So, when we every time we start working on music or whatever, I bring those guys in.
I got what you mean. I totally get what you mean. So when it comes to recording, there's a set of guys. When it comes to like touring, then there's a difference.
Hmm.
The group might change slightly, right?
Right, slightly because the thing is Sincere has became known for a certain sound, and I
Yes.
can't change that.
It would
It's
be
like we
wrong to.
always,
It would be wrong to change the sound.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
what captivated me in the first place. The single is out. It's been out for a while. That's God. La la la. You now know the title of the album. You know how many tracks are on the album. When was the album released? Is it released?
No, it's not.
It's
It'll
not
be
released.
released.
What's the release date? Or are you going to do singles?
Well, no, it's going to be a release date for the whole album. Of course, we're going to waterfall it out. So it's going to be singles that come out before the album comes out.
All
But
right.
you should expect it to be out the start of the summer,
All right. Sounds good
around the
to me. Sounds
summertime,
good.
around that June, July part.
Okay. And so I would imagine that you're busy promoting the album, your new single at the moment. Tell us what kind of things you've been doing. You've been doing awards, you've been doing schools, colleges, universities. What have you been up to promoting wise?
I mean, Brian, you want this one?
Brian's not there. So it's going to have to be Leroy or Levi or
No, you
Darryl.
got Brian. You got Brian under Levi. That's Brian.
Oh yeah, this is Brian.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay, give me that question again.
What you been busy doing in terms of promoting the album?
Ah, excuse me. Promoting the album,
Yes,
posting
sir.
clips. We've been doing a lot of different things that would just what a couple weeks ago we just went to Chicago for the SOAR Awards, which was a great trip. And everywhere we go, we're always doing la la. That's God, la la la, promoting that single. Word of mouth. I mean, we are just everywhere on all digital outlets, our individual pages. We are pumping this song, this new album, to get people ready for what God is cooking.
Yeah, and he's cooking something special. I know that much.
Oh yeah, God can
I
cook
keep
now.
my eyes on the charts in America, and there is the 40 gospel chart. Neely Dickinson and the team. Where are you currently sitting on the charts? Does anybody know what number?
Not right now. I don't know right now. But I know we
No.
were 18 last week.
Last week you were
Yes.
number 18, so you're climbing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Climbing.
You're
We
climbing.
are.
Yeah, Billboard, I see that every week. So the gospel Billboard charts is we were 22. We've been as high as 19, so it's going back up again. The media based chart is at 22. So we we're getting there. We're getting there.
You
We
certainly
expect to
are.
hit
Getting
number
there.
one soon.
You certainly are. If I've got anything to do with it, you will be sitting at number one real soon. So we've we are partnering with gtracks.net. We will talk about you guys coming to the platform. But yeah, you guys are outstanding. For our listeners, viewers watching this program right now, do a search for Sincere. SENSERE. Sincere. Go
Yep.
online. The video
Right.
is there for the new song, right?
Yeah, it's there. It's out.
Yes.
It's on BET and everything.
Amen. All right, so you guys are doing real well. If anyone wants to reach out to you guys, James, what's the best way of doing that?
Well, if you want to find all of our socials, you can go on Sincere Band, SENSERE, sincereband.com.
Yep.
And you'll see all of our socials. If you're just on the social, if you type in official sincere on Facebook, Instagram, or anywhere else, TikTok, you will find us. We currently, I have to be honest, we're currently not sitting in X right now because of we don't agree with a lot of stuff that go on with X.
I've
So
got you. I've got you
yeah,
on that one.
listen, I'm a person that I do understand the business and I do understand that we need to promote, but I ain't gonna just fall for anything,
No.
and and I'm not gonna just support anything. So,
Yeah.
when it when
I jumped away from X a little while ago. I'm on the other one. I think it's Blue Butterfly or something like that.
Yeah. We're gonna get one of those accounts because
Yeah.
I heard that's growing real
It's
big,
growing
rapidly.
nicely. It's growing nicely. All right. So look,
Yeah. So
I appreciate the time that you guys have given us.
absolutely,
Like I said, I'm probably your biggest UK fan. I love the
We
way you
appreciate
guys
you,
have
man.
come together. By the way, in terms of, because there is not a lot of bands out there. Who are your biggest influences in terms of band? I know you've mentioned Kool and the Gang, but is there any other bands that you guys thought, you know what, you guys are good?
Sly and the
Earth, Wind, and
Family
Fire.
Sly and the
Stone,
Family Stone? Yeah.
Nick
Sly, family.
Condition.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, the Mighty Clouds of Joy Commission,
Mighty Clouds of Joy, Commission.
Oh
the
yeah,
We all over.
Winans.
The Winans.
Harmonies is
Then you
good.
have Earth, Wind, and Fire. Now, one of my top favorites, the three top favorites for me this of all time was Earth, Wind, and Fire, Mint Condition, and Commission.
Wow. I loved Mint Condition. When they came to the UK, I saw them in concert and I just
Oh wow!
tripped out.
Me being a huge fan, I'd never seen them together.
Yeah. I saw
Only
I saw
on
them in
video.
London. They came to London
Oh wow!
and they did a real good job. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in London.
Hey, bring us. We'll be there.
We looking forward to coming.
Absolutely.
James, Brian, Darryl, Levi, and the rest of the guys, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate you, and
Thank you.
I want the best for you. And I
Thank you
kind
so
of
much.
feel privileged that I'm at this stage, even though you've been around for a while. For the people of the UK, you're quite new, but at this stage for you, I'm privileged to say, I got in there early.
Right.
I got in there early. So
Yeah, you
thank you
did.
so much. All the best to you, and we will stay in touch.
Most
All
Absolutely.
right,
definitely.
man.
God bless you. God
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 bless you.
bless
bless.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Well, there you go. My guest on the program today was the group from out of Miami, Florida, the group called Sincere. They are so good, it ain't funny. Honestly, they're that good. So, do seek them out. And until the next one, I am so pleased to say thank you for the viewership. Everyone's following and subscribing to the channels. Seek us out. I really do appreciate that. So, until the next one, God bless you, and I shall catch up with you again real soon. Grantley out. Thank you for tuning in this way.